Hey, it's Rich Tehrani with TMCnet. Thanks for watching. We are in Silicon Valley this week for Editors Week 2016. Amir Sharif is with us. He's with a company called Aporeto. And Amir, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rich. Glad to be here.
Likewise, glad to have you. And I like the logo. Very cool. It's very Star Trek-ish. I like that, the way it looks.
Well, it's cool.
I think it's very cool. It's a very, very cool logo. So tell me about the company. What do you guys do?
We are a cloud-native security company. We secure distributed applications that were built for the cloud.
Okay, and how do you do that?
We basically do it through authentication, authorization, and encryption, which means that we give an identity to every piece that's part of the application. There is effectively a certificate that says this is who the application is. It's a trust profile that's gathered through environmental and metadata about the application. And when that particular service wants to talk to another resource on the network, we measure its authenticity, and then we then authorize it to speak based on policy. The policy could be that only services within production environments can talk to each other, and things in QA can talk to each other, or Amazon East cannot talk to Amazon West, or anything that's been labeled secret must have encrypted communications. It's that level of policy that gets broken down into access control for the services.
Now, if I'm a developer, what do I need to do to enable your solution to work?
That's the beauty of the product. The developer does nothing different. Okay. What we do is we monitor application interaction with the system itself. So we're outside the application, but right next to it. So from a developer perspective, there's no change. He can use whatever framework that he wants, whatever language that he wants, and our monitoring capability just works. What we do is provide a visualization layer to the security team to show them what the application is doing in real time.
Okay. So basically that this application is asking for this information, it's being unencrypted and provided to the application, something like that?
That's correct. And if there's something outside of policy, we can flag it, we can stop it. But then the security team at that point can go directly to the developer and say, this application changed or did something untoward at this particular point in time. Can you take a look at it? So it becomes a very actionable piece of data that the developer can take and do a very specific thing to cure it instead of a wild goose chase based on 73 questions.
And how do you price it?
Price.
I'm sorry, how does the pricing work?
The pricing works on per server model. Okay. We haven't actually gone out to the market yet. We're doing proofs of concept at this point. Okay. But it's going to be priced per server.
Okay, so I was going to ask you what's new, and what's new is your company.
We are very new. So we've been operational for less than a year. But in that time, we've talked to a lot of customers, and our funnel depth is about 4 dozen POC candidates that are waiting for us to respond.
It's really exciting, isn't it?
It's been a really good ride. It looks like we're scratching an itch, and the way we know we're on the right track is that we announced an open source project called Trireme. We announced it on November 1st that has a portion of our enforcement layer. And since November 1st, we've had over 10,000 Docker pulls.
Wow, so that's impressive.
It's been a good ride.
Really? Wow, congratulations. So that's great. So what else should we know in terms of the kinds of companies you're targeting? I guess I would imagine all companies need security, right? But like Fortune class companies for sure, financial companies, healthcare, am I on the right track?
The right target customer is one who is redesigning applications for distributed microservices, number one, and has DevOps. So if you have DevOps, if you have microservices, we can help you secure your distributed application, regardless of the infrastructure, regardless of network topology. We can take a lot of complexity and cost out. We can provide a visualization layer for you to know what the application is doing and give you real-time feedback so that the CISO and the developer teams can work on the same team.
Great. What's next for the company?
Next for the company, we have to put a product out, obviously, number one, but we have a pretty detailed roadmap of what versions 2 and 3 are beyond network control. It's going to be file access control. It's going to be other types that I don't want to divulge at this.
That's good. You've got a nice roadmap there, it sounds like. So.
I'm happy about what we're doing. And I'm really happy with the team that we have. The team is really a world-class team. We're small, but the output for the team is great. And for the let's say fewer than 20 employees that we have, we've interviewed about 1,000 people, and we've selected 20.
That's a high percentage.
So the team,
low percentage, I would say. Yeah.
The team is really good and really happy with them.
So companies out there looking to potentially buy from you or learn more, how do they get to your company?
Aporeto.com, Aporeto.com. If they want to learn about the open source project, it's trireme.io, Trireme.io.
Okay.
And that's how they get access to the open source code, and they can go to GitHub, read the documentation, download it, play with it, and come to the website, read the blogs, and they see the problems that we're trying to solve. It's been really exciting.
Very cool. Thanks for being here today. This was great.
Rich, appreciate the time. Thank you.